So we're going to do a bunch of examples now, and it's really about using you're going to be using one of these two formulas. Depending on what is being asked. Okay. And the key here is you want to ask yourself what variable or what letter am I asked to solve? Am I being asked to solve? Okay. So you read the problem very carefully. And the first one, $100 is invested at 4% compounded quarterly. What's the amount after 2 years? So they're asking for the amount, so they want to know what is A. And they say, okay, P, you're starting with 100, so P, that's your principal, that's what P is 100. R is the annual interest rate. 4% means 0.04. And T is 2, of course. And because it's compounded quarterly, this means that N is equal to 4. Okay. So plugging it into this formula, we get that A is 100 times 1 plus 0.04 divided by 4 raised to the 4 times t, which is 2. Okay. And when you plug this into your calculator, this turns out to be 108.29. We do that, of course, because we're talking about money, so we round to the nearest cent, or 2 decimal places. We look at example number 2. Let you look at that. Read that. We see again we're asked for the amount. Our principal is 600. R is 0.06, or I'm sorry, 0.05. We're compounding daily, so there are 365 days in a year. And then T is 3. So our amount is 601 plus 0.05 for 365 raised to the 365 times 3. Which turns out to be 697.09. Okay, let you look at this. Number 3 here is what we're looking for, compounded continuously. So you're going to use the PERT formula with the E. Once again, our principal is given. We're trying to find what the amount is. Our principal is 1,000. Our interest rate is 11%, so it's 0.11, and T is 2. Okay. So our amount would be 1,000 times E to the 0.11 times 2, which is 1,246.07. Obviously, you need a calculator for all these, and you will be able to use your calculator for these problems on a quiz. Okay. Number 4. How much is to be invested? Well, right now they're asking you what's the principal, because you're trying to get the $100 is after 2 years. Okay, so your A is 100. Your principal is what they're asking for. We're compounding monthly, so N is 12. Our number of years is 2, and the interest rate is 6%, so R is 0.06. So the equation would be 100 equals P times 1 plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the 12 times 2. All right, so now hopefully you can see that this is just going to be 100 equals P times some other number. We use a calculator to compute this. And because obviously you don't want to round this to the nearest cent, because otherwise you're going to get some compounding error. So you're going to take this number, plug that in your calculator, and get as many decimal places as you can, and this is 1.33977. I think 5 decimals usually should be more than enough, but you need more than 2. And so P, you divide both sides by this number. 1.33977. Okay, and so P turns out to be and oops, I think we made a mistake here. That's okay. Yes, we did make a mistake. So let's go back. Live TV here. This is correct. This turns out to be 1.127159. And so P, I'll just tell you, P turns out to be 0.8 or 88.72. Okay, my apologies. Everything was fine except for the calculations, of course. Number 5 is also asking you about what the principal is, how much should be invested. You want the amount to be $80 after everything is said and done. That is after 3.25 years. Okay, the interest rate is 9%, and we're compounding continuously, right? So we're using the PERT formula, and P is what we're being asked to solve. So we get 80 is equal to P times E to the 0.09 times 3.25. Okay, and so compute what this is, and this in fact is 1.33977. Okay, so P is 80 divided by this number, so P turns out to be what is it, 59.71.